Welcome to another episode of the Off Topic Podcast, where real life brings lessons, laughter, and uplifts. I'm Mario. I'd like to welcome my co-host with me today. I got Hayward.
Hey, y'all.
Kim.
Hello.
Stovall.
Hey, good evening.
Ronii.
Hey.
How's everyone been doing?
Pretty good.
Anything going on?
Just a lot of travel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Travel where?
Virginia last week for work, and I'm currently in Chicago, actually. So, yeah.
All right, yeah, you jet settings, as they say.
I know,
I mean, don't make it sound like it's a horrible thing.
I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot. Just having to prepare to, pack for an entire week, and then I had like a half day to come back and try to pack again for another like 10 days because I'm actually not after here. I'm going to Houston and then back home. So yeah,
okay. Everybody ain't able. All right.
They are. They can.
Mario.
I mean, you just
don't start. Don't start.
Come back from a 7-day stint, then go for a 10-day stint. Amen. God bless. God bless. What you been up to?
I've been celebrating Mother's Day weekend. We had a delayed Mother's Day weekend. I was sick Mother's Day, so we had a delayed weekend. And have you ever heard of Charlene on the Christie show?
Yes.
Yeah, so she was here this weekend, so we went to go see that. Me, Gammy, and Abrian. So we had a good weekend. We were winding down.
Okay, how was that show?
It was really funny. Like her and people like her and Ricky Smiley, how they study the church etiquette and the things that go on in the church and can like relive that between the stereotypes, just the etiquette, just the historical stuff. Like I take my hat off to those people. Like y'all remember that stuff. So so it was a funny show. Good show.
That's good to know because I didn't know how she would present like live versus like the things that she does on social media. You know what I mean? So
exactly the same. She does exactly the same. She's just standing in front of you. So yeah. And then she has a very interactive show. So you guys are the choir. The audience is the choir. So you can only imagine how that goes. So your what did we have the last topic discussing? What was the lady's name? Kim Burrell. So you can only imagine when you have an audience full of people that you don't know if they know how to sing or not. You can only imagine the tunes or the sounds that are coming out of the audience. So
I'm sure.
Which makes for a funny show when you're not being for real, because Lord knows you'll be proud of me, best friend. I'm sure that I was hitting all the notes.
I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were our star pupil.
I was hitting them runs, cousin.
Yes, God. Ronnie, what you been up to?
Kids. There's a lot going on these last couple months of school with the twins finishing up 8th grade on the way to high school. Yeah, we didn't have orchestra concerts, choir concerts, band concerts. They got their schedules together for a bunch, too much, and I'm tired.
They don't. Have they did eighth grade dances at the beginning of the year, huh? Or not the end of the year?
Well, no, they actually did last Friday. This past Friday, 2 days ago, Spring Fling.
Okay.
So that's kind of like their eighth grade dance, so to speak.
Okay.
So this week we have band concert Tuesday night. Then they sing down at they do the band thing Tuesday at you guys know the Idol George, like the Native American Museum here. They're gonna go there and perform Wednesday.
Okay.
And some other stuff Thursday. Then Friday is the last day for them. So everybody's going to be in high school.
What instruments do they play?
That's exciting.
Let me say something. We got Lisa Simpson.
The sax.
Don't do Kennedy like that. Don't do Lisa. Don't do Kenny.
And then Darnell is, what does Darnell play? Not the trombone. It is the trombone now. No, the trumpet. I'm sorry, it's the trumpet. Because last year it was the
long one where you.
No,
the trombone
it was the
cello bass.
The tuba.
Yes. He couldn't carry that thing. It was bigger than him.
So he's in orchestra or band?
He does both.
Oh, both. Oh, okay.
So what does he play? What was he playing now?
Right now it's the trumpet. Yeah, the trumpet horn, the one that goes out. Yeah, trumpet.
That's the trombone.
The trombone. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just be honest. When you got two of them practicing in separate rooms,
I'm sure.
Oof.
Well, okay. God bless you. God bless you.
Please,
Yeah.
God.
My God. Mama Kim, what you have going on?
I can't even think about it.
Were you meditating?
I was. Because I was listening to Ronnie, because I remember when my kids were playing in the band,
It
when
took
we
you
were playing
back.
the flutes, and I was like,
Who
I
plays
can't
the flute?
even imagine. I was like, all that noise and like, could y'all get on the same page? But
And it came.
I have not been doing anything but working and more working. I worked on Friday and there wasn't nobody in the office, and I was like, this is peaceful. And then everybody came back in the office. I was like, don't bother me. I've been at peace without y'all being here bothering me. So no, just working.
Okay. All right, cool. It sounds like everybody's been doing well. Glad to hear that. I know it's been a minute since we've kind of all been together, so glad to see we're all back together.
Yeah, the gang's all here.
How was your week?
I was gonna say you.
Right. You want to talk about
right.
My week was, it was cool. I had the in-laws here the early part of the week. They left for Mother's Day week. They were here, so they left on Monday. So it was a good time. Just good seeing the interactions and everything. So it was a good time. So yeah. All right. So with May being a Mental Health Awareness Month, let's start this show by coming up with talking about our mental health moments.
Okay.
So, oftentimes we hear this saying, it's okay not to be okay. And so as it relates to mental health. So in hearing that saying, it's okay not to be okay, how does that resonate for you?
Can I go, or does it matter who goes first?
Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Yeah.
For me, it resonates for me that we're all human. Stuff happens. Everything's not perfect. Everything's not glitter and gold. Everything isn't picture perfect. Like when I say picture perfect, when you buy a new frame, the little family that's on the front, it's not, things happen. But how we move through them is what matters. But also sometimes you can't get through things on your own. And to know that it's help out there and it's okay to ask for help, because that's hard for some people, or to get the help you need, So yeah, just we're all human. It happens. Stuff happens. Life shows up. So.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's all about putting the humanity back into people, because I think a lot of times, really like now, just with the fast moving pace of social media and just life in general, I think people are so accustomed to thinking things should look a certain way that they're afraid to be vulnerable and afraid to raise their hand and say, hey, I need help, So it's literally okay not to be okay, because you just can't be strong all the time. You can't, sometimes you can't figure things out, and that's okay. It's okay to show that vulnerability and to be like, hey, like, I just need time to myself, or whatever the case may be.
Mama Kim?
It's funny because I'm looking at Kim and I'm thinking about all our conversations. And last night I was with one of my friends, and the thing she said is one of the things that Kim said when we was in our many conversations about we don't check on our strong friends. Mm-hmm. And we always think that they're always good. And if they say something is wrong with them, we don't believe them because you're the strong one. Girl, you're going to get through it. But when people are opening up and saying, hey, I'm strong, but I'm going through something, just taking that time and believing them and just being that support system for them is probably the most amazing thing that people need. And we went to church this morning, and it was funny. The preacher was talking about checking on your strong friends, checking on women that's getting abused, that might not have a way out, but just letting them know that you might not be able to financially help them, but maybe just listening to them to be that other shoulder that they might need to lean on.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Stovall, what about you?
Well, I'm gonna give two answers because I'm actually in the middle of a bout today, right now. So,
oh, cousin, oh, baby.
Well, we're definitely here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Kim.
So I want to say that, yeah, it's okay not to be okay, but sometimes it's just like mental warfare.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You go back and forth and you fight your mind.
That's right.
You go back and forth in your mind and your thoughts get the best of you sometimes. And
Yeah.
so,
Okay.
I just want to hug you and give you a
I need
kiss.
to rub. I'm trying
I
to.
do not,
No.
baby. Let
Yeah.
me tell you something, Kim, because I got to make this light. You got the ugliest cry ever, but I love you. Up here, rocking
Now,
like
wait a minute. You said you Kim Cadus out here.
Oh my God.
I was like,
Well,
girl, I'm over here
you know,
rocking like, ooh.
it's crazy.
I know, you know, it's definitely difficult to see you crying because so to your point, Mama Kim, when you say, checking on your strong friends, like Kim is probably the strongest friend I've known. And so, within, like, I think I mentioned this before, over the last few years, I've seen some shifts in her, just in her life. And so I'm glad that she's human, so to speak. I know that she's human, but it's still different to see this from her, and everything. But, and she knows, I'm always here for you. And everything. So we won't force you to answer because I know you got to feel what he
No,
wants.
it's good. I can answer. Yeah. Yeah, like you don't want to. I guess when the people think about mental health and stuff and people break it down and stuff, it's just like, in my mind, I think about a whole bunch of stuff. The first thing that comes to mind is I don't want anybody to worry about me. And I know it's just mental warfare. I know it's just your mind feeding thoughts, which is why people don't open up. People don't talk. People don't cry in front of others. People don't let on. I don't know how to answer that right now. Like I don't want anybody to worry about me because the things that I'm thinking about, I feel like you can get over this. You shouldn't be thinking about it, but then those thoughts come up, and I'm the one that has to lay with them. So
Yeah.
That's right.
It happens.
Yeah, it does.
But then that's the good part, Kim, that you are being vulnerable and to let us in.
Right.
To let us even see you cry.
And to actually speak on it, because
Yes.
I think that there is
Yes.
therapy in speaking on it, and just I think that allows it to begin, that process.
Healing. Yes.
Yeah. But
Because you could have been sitting here the whole time not saying nothing and not telling us. And we don't want to make this harp and make you feel crazy, but I appreciate you letting us in. I really do.
Definitely.
And that lets us know we don't know what for, and it ain't our business unless you want to share, but we can pray for you.
Yeah.
So like
just pray for my thoughts. Yeah, just my thoughts today. I just listening to that damn Anita Baker because she's trending now. And that damn I apologize come on. And I actually was apologizing to Tyrone. And I'm like, why am I sitting here apologizing? Yeah, it's just
well, you should tell your thoughts, do what Anita did and cancel.
I was drinking as long as it was your thoughts and you didn't pick your phone up.
That's right.
Do what she
It's
did.
fine.
So, but it happens. And I want you, just as long as you know and remember that you're human, it happens to everybody. So don't think too much about it. We're gonna worry about you regardless, just because we love you. So it's not, it's nothing like that. That you need to be worried about us worrying about you. We're gonna worry about you regardless. But just you being okay is important. So
absolutely,
yeah.
Oh God! And see, you said you was gonna not get on here today. You almost canceled. You see what God did?
Yeah, I did. I really did.
You might have sat there and continue to have more thoughts or whatever like that. So hopefully you can get an uplift from us throughout this, experience.
Yeah. I need it. I'm ready.
So for me, when I hear it's okay to not to be okay, one of the things that resonates for me more so now, more than ever in my life, is that I guess one of my new sayings is that we're all going through life trying to figure it out. What I've, for a while there, I always see people and I'll be like, oh, they look like they got it all together, this, that, and the third. But in reality, once you get to know people in their storms and their situations, stuff like that, you realize we're all in this life trying to figure out, no matter at the highest level or the lowest level, we're all trying to figure it out. And so it's okay. I think we kind of release that shame of not being perfect and living a perfect life and stuff like that, then we would all be we'd be better, you know. Because well, we'll kind of get into that later. I think that's part of one of our topics today, but just being able to know that we're all figuring it out, and nobody's judging you, nobody's thinking any less of you, because we're all, although it comes across sometimes as such that you're being judged or stuff like that, but we're all trying to figure it out, and so we all have our moments. It's life.
It is life.
Yep.
Definitely.
That rich people internet over there that froze you up.
Right, the billionaires over here.
Right. Internet, baby.
That's life.
The comeback was epic.
Lord, I'll be at church next Sunday.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you didn't make it into the Lord's house.
Me and Tammy we was in prison 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, all right. So I appreciate you guys for being open and honest about that. Mental health, we used to be very taboo for definitely in the Black community.
Yes.
Taboo. Nobody wants to talk about mental health. Glad to see it's getting some attention now. Real attention, for those who are really going through and struggling and everything like that. Glad to see that they don't have to sit in silence and suffer in silence any longer, because it's a real thing. It really is. It really is. All right, so let's get into this discussion. We have we'll take a look at our first clip for today.
You're the one talking about. I guess.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
That's beneath
would
even
you
order.
please regain order of your
you.
committee?
Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl? I don't think
we are going to
so.
move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
So who will have to pay? Okay. Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she
Chair
needs to
recognizes
apologize. No. She
Perry.
needs to apologize.
Okay, hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then you're
reserve
not
the right to
striking your
object.
words.
I am
Mr.
not
Chair,
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman, the
it's
minority.
pretty self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're not.
out of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd like to
I
strike
move to
those
strike the
words
lady's
as well.
I move to
I would
strike
like to
the
strike
lady's
as well.
words again.
That's 2 requests to strike. That's 2 requests to strike.
Oh, they cannot take the
There's
words.
another motion to strike her words again. Please
All right.
get
Okay.
your members under
Here's
control.
the correct apology. Ms. Green, do you agree to unanimous consent to strike your words?
I repeat again for the second time. Yes, I'll strike
right.
my words,
That-
but I'm not
all right.
apologizing.
Without objection.
Not apologizing.
Chair, 21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Who's
It's me.
Ms. Crockett?
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold on.
I'm trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to
I
strike
had no
those
idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just.
You just voted to do
Y'all did
it.
it first, so you don't want to talk about
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down.
No, because this is what
would
y'all
like to get
do.
through
So I'm trying to get
Ms.
clarification.
Crockett, you're not
You don't wanna
recognized.
play
Ms.
games.
I can't hear
Crockett.
you with your
And
yelling.
You don't want
Calm
me to
down.
Be,
Can
no,
you please calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all
Please
talk
calm
noise,
down.
and then you
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Mr.
Order.
Chairman.
All right,
Sorry.
Chair.
I don't know why
Okay.
you're
Order.
acting
Chair
like
now
that.
recognizes.
Wow. Oh,
Well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Heated in there, huh?
Very
heated.
Before we get started, because I want to know the depth that I need to go. Before we even get started, before this incident, does anybody follow Jasmine Crockett?
I love her.
I
Absolutely, I love her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do y'all follow her, Kim? Mario? Okay.
I've seen like I feel like there was something else. Like she had some other situation, not similar, but there was some
every single week.
Okay,
she got to get them together, and she does.
Yeah,
and she is every single week. And Marjorie brings foolishness every single month. It's just not that blatant, but the whole. Okay, I just want to know how. Okay.
I'm gonna be quick and short and sweet, y'all, because it wrestles inside of me. Because and I'm not gonna say trauma like I've dealt with this like in my family life, but I'm not trying to use the race card. Not only black, but a black woman. These people will fuck with you and push you and push you and push you. And when you say something bad, that calm down or don't be aggressive sets my soul on fire. Mm-hmm. Because you've been aggressive. I'm saying something back, and now wait a minute, calm down. You're taking it too serious. You need to relax. It's not that deep. Mm-hmm. That gaslight, that shit worth.
Yeah, it gets under your skin.
Agreed.
Basically told that helper she looked like what's my nigga name?
Female Ken.
Hogan, you hear me? That's basically what she said. And she wasn't lying. Okay.
Jasmine is very good with giving them exactly what they give us, but she brings it to light. So this, what you guys see, it was just, she usually doesn't go this far, but she's good with like, okay, so you guys did this, and then she's good with asking a question to put you right back to what you did, to try to make you understand, try to make America understand, right? Like this is just silliness. Like, I mean, just to even the chair of the house, like y'all should have been got rid of Marjorie. Like she should have already been gone. She even gets on their nerves. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not like this particular person. She just gets on their nerves too. She gets on their nerves, and
she didn't have anybody to go against her, so that's how she automatically got it. So this whole she won that position and got voted in. She didn't
nobody else to run. Yeah, but that Jasmine, let me tell you, and I don't care what side of the aisle you on, she'll bring you to her side because she makes sense. But the overall picture for this is these are the people that are representing America. Like these are our representatives.
That's my concern.
Like y'all running the world, like y'all are the ones that actually make the decisions. The president, he's just speaking what y'all already made, but y'all really are putting things in the mix to make these laws and decisions and everything. Like, and this is the foolishness.
Yeah. It's very sad that other countries are viewing America and like that's why they think it's foolishness, and it's rightfully so. But it's just a sad state that we're in.
Very sad. Very sad. It's very.
Yeah, when I saw the clip, I was glad she got her together because I'm always here for the mess. But I'm thinking of like this is the government. You know what I'm saying? And this is a government type of situation that y'all out here acting like we're gonna street. But at the end of the day, I also have to say, Marjorie, you kicked this off.
That's right.
So you can't be, don't feel a kind of way when old girl come back at you and kind of get you together. But I think as some people do, some people do that. They'll throw the rock and hide their hand. And so I think in this case, it's kind of what she was doing, and it wasn't expecting her to kind of come back at her and stuff like that. Talk about her eyelashes and stuff like that. This and the third, but she kind of hit you real low. So she probably gonna be, she's gonna probably be at the gym on Monday.
Should be.
Yeah.
But if you said something to make her think about it, even when she laying there and she in the gym, she's still gonna think about what she said. So get that whole complex. I mean, because we got complexes because of them, regardless if we talk about it or not. We have complexes because of America, because of the people that stole us. It's built in. I mean, it's ingrained in us.
But the longer version of it, like if you go on through. After she started all that shit, do y'all know she did what they always do? The way that I was disrespected today and the stuff that she said to me, and it's like, oh yeah, Mario, oh yeah, she had nerve to say that, yeah. Oh,
you gotta watch the whole thing. She stood up for the victim.
Oh yeah. And that was disrespectful. And and you guys just sat here and
when she had a point. The thing about it is Jasmine had a point. Do you understand why we're here?
Mm-hmm.
Because the reason why they were there was kind of like diverted a little bit. So she's probably just wanting the level set because you talking about something else. I'm here at 8:00 at nighttime when we were supposed to be meeting at 11:30 this morning, but because you and the goons with the support Trump, now I gotta come back out my bed, come back out of my house, postpone my plans to show up at 8:30 at nighttime to hear this foolishness. So I just want to make sure, do you understand why we're here and what we're supposed to be discussing? Because you're not here talking about what we discussing. They trying to not impeach, but they trying to put somebody off. We just want to make sure that you understand that that's why we were here. So yeah, y'all gotta watch the whole thing. Like y'all just have to follow her and just watch it. Like
she's with Texas. She's the Congress of Texas.
Right.
Yeah, that's where she's from. So yeah, I like her. She gets them together. I mean, but she gets them together very, very classy because she knows her stuff. She's coming with facts all the time. Like, you just saying stuff, but here's facts right here. Let's do what we're doing right here. But I also hate that now AOC, when she said baby, we all know what that baby means in our community. That baby means baby, meet me outside. How about that? That's exactly what that means. But why did it take her saying scratch it? Them chairmen should have shut the down immediately, cut her mic off, and be like, "We're not doing that."
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
So, yeah.
But instead, he called her name. Crockett, you not on the what? Like, yeah, y'all gotta go back. I mean, there's plenty of videos to watch, but go back and see how she got them together when they were trying to indict Biden Jr. Go back and watch that. Like you saying, because he didn't show up behind closed doors, didn't want to answer the secret questions y'all had for him. He wanted to do it publicly. Like she breaks the points down and then turns back around and then asks them like, would y'all do it? And then Biden showed up ready to go through his little conference and they didn't want to do it on TV because it was airing live. Like, and she got them. Yeah, y'all just got to go back. I don't know why because she does this all the time. I don't know why this sparked. Maybe because she gonna leave that.
Probably the bad body comment,
But she give them that all the time. She just usually is not direct. It's usually for the group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Marjorie didn't see that coming. She didn't.
Not at all. I just wish, and I don't know, to your point, Ronnie, I haven't seen the whole clip, but I just wish. The only thing I wish she would have done differently is not cussed and said, y'all do this shit all the time. That'd be the only thing I wish she didn't do. Because
but honestly, all of it that didn't really throw it over, because it was already out of bounds in my opinion. So it was all just dysfunctional and just like y'all shouldn't have been really like going about in that way. But I mean, but I get it. Like it's just that takes it one step farther. So I understand your like her not cursing, but at the end of the day, I don't think that really made a big difference.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm just in my season of making sure that you communicate well without doing all the extra so that your point is heard. And so I just think that she gave the jab with the bad body type situation, but keep it at that. Beat them at their own game. She didn't get girl. She threw you a little light shade. Throw her light shade, but don't get that. That's y'all always do this shit because unfortunately, her being a black woman, she don't have that luxury of being able to do all of those things because then it's taken as now you're angry or this and or could be taken as you're angry and all that kind of stuff. So from that standpoint, that's all I was saying about that. Yeah. But she definitely did get her together, so that's I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Did y'all see what was it? It's not the chair assistant. I think he's the conference leader. Did y'all see him? He was sitting next to the chairman. He got ticket. He did. He knew exactly what that statement meant.
He did.
Right. He said, Mike, we'll talk to you later to inform you because clearly you're confused. Baby, it wasn't even the people on the mic that made me laugh. It was the people in the back. They like, yeah. One for the Democrats, right? Even the Republicans that come across the aisle. I ain't gonna lie, because sometimes I come across the aisle too. So I mean, it just depends on what the situation is. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
My daddy is turning over right now, but
yes, he is.
I'm like Cheryl Underwood. Now I ain't no registered Republican, but some of them little points be right, and the Democrats like we got to come on now. This ain't the old church house. We got to get with the new ways. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we can dig into that on another episode.
We're gonna need to, obviously, because I see we got a Make America Great Again.
Like I was about to say,
no. Don't misunderstand my statement. We absolutely do not. But just like in an argument, I might see some of your points, but I ain't coming on your side.
I got you. All right, so we're gonna switch gears a little bit here. And then we got three mothers sitting here with us, and so three mothers, Uncle Daddy. What would you call yourself, Mr. Hayward?
Uncle Daddy. It was an Uncle Daddy.
I'm a goddaddy.
Oh, you got okay? Yeah.
Come on, goddaddy.
All right, so we're gonna check this out.
Answer my question. What's an Uncle Daddy?
Uncle Daddy, uncle and a daddy.
Okay, copy.
Oh, what you thought it was?
I don't know,
honey, and she said copy.
Right?
Y'all are crazy.
Quiet.
Okay, so I know y'all have all seen this story trending and stuff like that about the father and his daughter being bullied. Oh, okay, perfect. Maybe. Well, let's take a look at this little clip and then we'll discuss it afterwards.
All right.
To the 7-year-old girl who had to watch me and my brothers jump her daddy after school, I'm sorry. I know that was probably a traumatizing experience for you, but we kept asking you to stop bullying my daughter and you wouldn't listen. We sent letters home. We even had a meeting with you and your parents and you wouldn't listen. So now you know your actions have consequences. And since you too young to receive those consequences, you had to watch your daddy take those consequences. Get some therapy. You'll be all right.
So for all those that didn't know about this, let me kind of give you a little further backstory. So his daughter was being bullied by this young lady or the little girl. And so he's, as he said, he made several attempts to kind of get the bully to stop. Even when as far as to have a meeting with the little girl's parents, stuff like that, the bullying didn't stop. So I guess the resolution was him and his brothers were going to go over there to the house, to the spot, and let the father know, listen, since your daughter ain't gonna stop bullying my child, we about to bully you. And so they jumped him. Oh, in front of the daughter.
Yeah, I think that's dumb.
So I'm gonna take the lead on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the lead on it. So I'm here for it. Honestly, I'm here for it. I know when Devin was here, he had a little bully situation at the daycare and everything like that. And my first response is, first don't bother nobody to say the third. But I also said, he was giving the direction, but if they mess with you, mess with them, to say the third. So he had a little bully situation, stuff like that. And I was waiting for it to pick him up from daycare one day when the little boy's father was there, because at the end of the day, where we live, I'm figuring like, you're going to see Devin, your son probably think it's okay to do this, bully this little boy. Well, listen, I'm ready, that type of thing. I think that in so many cases, people don't police their children as they should. You know what I'm saying? So if I've done everything I can do or should do, I've had a meeting with you, I've sent letters to you, and then you still there's no repercussion for your daughter. Hey, well, I'm gonna let your daughter know what it's like to get her ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? And so you're gonna be the sacrificial lamb. That's just how I feel about it.
That's fair. I honestly think his thought process is dumb. I get the frustration behind like your child being bullied, but I mean, at the end of the day, who's to say? Because at what point, like, is he like, oh, okay, like we've done all this talking and blah 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 blah. Yes, kids are going to be kids. We don't know, like, what do we know the extent of the bullying? I'm not saying it's okay, but like, what is that helping at the end of the day? It's not going to help anything. And what if he decides to press charges on the man? Then what? Then the father going into jail. Then we mad again. It's going around the circle and back, and now we just completing this process again. So what? Like, this is not helping anything. Like
for me and mine, I'm gonna take the chance. I'll do the jail time for me and mine.
Jail time, okay.
Yes. You're not gonna. I'm gonna prove the point to you. Yes, you should have stopped your little girl or little boy from messing with my child. And at this stage in the game, so since I can't put hands on them, I'm gonna put hands on you.
Hayward, I have a few questions for you. First question I would have is, how would you resolve it?
I don't know. I mean, aside from being in the classroom with the children, I mean, I don't know how it could essentially be resolved, or what. I don't know what the bullying is. Is it like really like a we picking on this girl every day, or is it like, what is it like?
It's not picking on how when we was younger. They are fucking horrible now.
Yeah, and again, I'm not a parent, so this, but that's just in general. Like, I guess I'm thinking of it in that respect. But I mean, I don't think I would jump on anybody else. I personally don't think I would. I don't know. I honestly,
just throw out a hypothetical out there. What would you do, and what would you tell your child? Like, because you're telling me that wasn't right, which is fine. Correct. But I want to know from you, what would you do, and then what would you tell your child?
I would tell my child to stand up for themselves, like to be mindful of like what's going on, and don't let anyone like bully on you. If it's a problem, like handle it correctly. Like if you need to, like if they put their hands on you, like, or just tell them to stop. Like I don't know if the child is like hitting on this little girl, or if they're just or just say like, I'm not putting up with this shit from you again, or whatever the case is. They're children, like at the end of the day. So it's like kids are gonna like go back and forth on things. Ronnie, to your point, like you said, kids are different. They're vicious now. I don't know what they do, but I'm just saying in that respect, that would be that would be my thing. But again, at the end of the day, beating their parent is not gonna like help anything.
It would make me feel better. It would make me feel better.
Okay, well that's good that you would feel better about that.
I would feel better because then you're gonna look at your daddy, and then now you're gonna see, because now you're gonna think, oh well, damn, my daddy got beat up like that. I could be next.
That's why I was wondering what Hayward's would say. What would you tell your child to do? Because you said you wouldn't jump on the parent, but I'm asking you like specifically, what would you tell your child to do? Because if you tell your child to do like stand up for themselves and it's a fight, wouldn't that equate to the same thing the parent did? But the thing about it is, if your child is getting bullied, they probably ain't gonna win the fight, so then they feel unprotected.
I don't think that's necessarily true, because I think sometimes people can instill in their children like, hey, like there are other ways to resolve issues, but if someone messes with you, you definitely stand up for yourself. If that turns into a fight, then that is what it is. But then at that point, then the child who's bullying the other person, if the other child who's being bullied is going toe to toe, then they're gonna know, okay, I'm not gonna fuck with them like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that could potentially turn into that, because a lot of times bullies think they can get away with shit because they see somebody who they think is weak until it comes to blows and they fuck around and find out. Then it's another situation. That's all I'm saying.
I guess for me here, I guess my clarity would be like, what does that mean for your child to stand up for themselves? You know what I'm saying? Like when they come up.
Yeah. But that's why I said I don't know what the bullying is. So you know what I'm saying? It could be because
let's say hypothetically saying bullying meaning like you taking my lunch and you might hit me a couple times.
Bump you.
If you hit me, bump me, I'm bumping you back. Like if they bump you, bump them back, or go tell the teacher. Like that's what I'm gonna instill in them. If this situation is going on, I'm gonna tell them to go and tell the teacher if it's something you feel like it's above that, or if it's a situation where ain't no teachers around or you're outside, there's post school, whatever the case is. Then if it comes to blows, stand up for yourself. Like yes. So that's what I would say to my child.
I got you. Some of these other mothers, what y'all say?
Okay, so I'm gonna hit
it because you got the younger kids, honey. Because because I don't agree with you, Hayward. Because I was outside with Pierre, and he had a bully, and he was a grown man. I took off my high heels and put on his friend's Air Force Ones, and I was ready to go. I broke that bottle on the street corner and was like, "You're not about to fuck with my son." I do agree with you to a certain extent, Hayward. So I'm not going to say it because my kids really didn't get into fights like that. They have been bullied. We have had meetings with the teachers, the school, But to a point, if I worked in the mental health situation for like 9 years with the kids were killing themselves because they didn't have another outlet. Because they did that. They went to the school, they went to the teachers, they went to the principal, they went to their parents, the parents went to the other parents, and they didn't find no out. And these kids were killed, and kids were killing themselves 7, 8. This girl went home because she had always been bullied, had mental issues, went home, she was acting like she was fine, and took a knife and cut her throat from ear to ear. Her mother ended up finding her, but she was trying to kill herself because she was tired of getting bullied. I think that parent probably was fed up.
Yeah.
And was like, you know what, look at this, stop bullying my kid. And I bet you it stopped. But you don't want to teach kids fighting and violence is the key in the way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, no, I get it. So let me ask y'all a question on the other side. So if like he did that, right? What if the bullying doesn't stop? Then what? You just gonna keep beating up the father until like it keeps going back and forth? Or like what are you gonna do at the end of the day? Like if that doesn't solve anything?
Let me jump in real fast.
Okay.
So a couple of things, and I'm gonna bring another situation into it. Me as a sexually molested victim, it does not feel good not to feel protected, especially by your parent. I don't want to be disrespectful to you guys, Mario and Hayward, when I say this, but I really feel like you got to be a parent to understand the actual true feeling to this. You gonna protect your baby. You might do something that you normally wouldn't think that you would do because something kicks in that you got to protect your cub. How you protect them, I got it. I'm on the same page, especially when you got shit to lose.
Yeah. And that's all I was really saying. Like I understand that. Like I'm not a parent, so that's why I said that before. Like so it's
that's why I was asking you, like, what would an actual resolution be so that we could talk about definites. But I feel like that father right there, the way that he explained the beginning, he said he's had, he's reached out to the parents, he's reached out to the leaders, the administration, and all of that, and nothing was working. It sounded like he's done all the steps. The only thing that I disagree with him is going over there with the many. You know what I'm saying? In the majority, like y'all didn't have to go jump the man, because if anything, daddy jump on him, or daddy go over there and talk some strong words to him, so they don't have to fight in front of the kid. I can guarantee you it's gonna shut him down. Because just like any human, when something is brought to you a different way, you subconsciously start to think about it, right? So that bully is gonna, if that father would have went over there and gave that father the business, even not jumping on him, but like dog walked him viciously with his mouth, I can guarantee you that bully, when they went to school, they would have thought twice about saying something to the little bullying victim. I didn't necessarily agree with multiple people jumping on him, but if it had to come to daddy jumping on him so that I can show you, I'm a whoop your daddy every time you go to school and do something. And then the next step is going to be leader administration at school. You're going to see me act out with the administration at school and get with them, because now I want to make sure that I look like the big bad motherfucking wolf to you, regardless of whoever is trying to come between us, because I want my child to feel protected at that point. Me myself, I'm kind of like with Kim. Now, in my mind, I've never been to jail, so I'm knowing like I can't go down there. I can't ask for shit well done. I can't get my own request. So I'm thinking about it. But my daughter was very big for her age, and she used to get bullied by the older little girls at school because she was big like them, but not their same age. So what we did is, me and my sister, we got on the bus, and then I sent messages through my daughter to the kids, because I wouldn't want nobody to talk to my kids. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's like, this shit is a crime, but there's honor amongst thieves. So, daughter, tell your friends in the back that your mama do fight kids and will fight their parents. Tell them, Brian. You know what I'm saying? So think twice. I'm going to come off real crazy, and it might seem like I'm coming off crazy, but no, I'm going to be real crazy, because next time when your mama comes to the bus stop tomorrow, now you're going to see me punk the shit out your mama tomorrow. And then you're going to think twice about saying something to Brian. But why? Only because now your mama is finally about to, or daddy is finally about to go home and get in your shit, because now I had to get in their shit. And that's the way it works. Think about it. When the kids at school, they could be messing up. Now, Mario, this I know you could contest to. They could be at school messing up. And if the parent don't ever reach out, the kid don't do shit. But as soon as the teacher reach out to the parent, you just naturally feel some type of embarrassment or something. And you be like, you go out today, you better not have that teacher say nothing. It's going to be the same situation with that parent. Did I paint that picture okay? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes you got to take it to the parent so that you can have them run interference, because clearly the school couldn't run interference right. Clearly the parent not knowing about it, it wasn't right. So now, or these letters, they wasn't reading these letters right. So now I'm gonna come in there, I'm gonna get in your ass. The only thing that I disagree with the father is, why did you have to go over there with multiple people? Because you're, you know what I'm saying, your adrenaline could have went on and whooped his ass, because it's for your baby. So
So okay, let me circle back just really quick, and this is gonna be the last thing. So you said the only thing you disagree with is him, but you disagree with him jumping on him, or if he had jumped on him, multiple people, but if he had jumped on him and the daughter was still there, that would be okay.
For me, it would have been. I'm cool. Because just because I'm a person, like, I watch escalations, like I'm big on that. So if somebody is coming to your house in this day or time, it has escalated. Right. Not like back in the day. Back in the day, we just used to go to the house because that was the play. You know what I mean? But right now, people are crazy as hell. People ain't really showing up to the house and doing that unless it's probably there. So just me watching context clues, it was probably there. So yeah, I'm cool. I mean, I would have went over there in strong mouth, but if that wouldn't have worked,
beat his ass.
I gotta beat your ass.
That's right. In front of the daughter.
In front of the daughter, because when I go home, I need to know my cub is gonna know that they're protected, because I know how it feels not to feel protected. My mama's boyfriend, sneaky link or whatever, is the one that molested me. I'm not protected in that. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it's very important. And maybe I'm working out of a trigger state, Hayward, but yes, it's very important for me to have my cub feel protected no matter what. Mario tell you, sexual abuse, I'm sitting next to Mario, I'm sitting next to my daddy, I'm sitting next to my brother, and I'm looking at my daughter. Has Uncle Mario ever said anything incorrect to you? Or I don't care, because I have to plant the seed to my child that, yeah, you hear me talk about Mario's my favorite best friend and all that. You hear me say that Ronnie is my favorite cousin. None of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that when it comes to my child, and I gotta plant that in her. So because I know that what you see me say and what you see me do, but at the end of the day, I need you to know that none of these people supersede you. None of these motherfuckers. You come first. You are protected. Maybe I go overboard because I wasn't protected. Could be, but yes, yeah.
And I can second that to Kim about the sexual molestation and all of that stuff. Because when my girls was growing up, even with Pierre, I was like, my mama husband was the molester, and I said, my daughter was 9 years old. I said, if Grandpa ever say anything sideways, and he waited, and she was 15, and he did it. And when she called me on that phone, I was like, okay. I called my mama. I said, hey, bring her home right now. Not later on, right now. And Dominique felt protected. She was like, Mom, you have my back, because I went back over there. I had my husband, and he was like, oh, no. I'm like, no, I'm going to cuss both of them hoes out. My mama included, because you didn't protect me, but I'm going to protect mine. So what that man did in real life, and my kids are grown and old, I was willing to go to jail and be in there like Martha Stewart, but I was gonna be in jail for my kids.
I don't know if it's gonna be Martha Stewart's jail.
Martha Stewart, right. I was gonna be in there cooking some soup or a little stove or something. I wasn't gonna give up my coochie because I don't want nobody doing that. But
your commissary would have been paid for, paid up.
Because I could see, I'm gonna give you an example, and this goes back to being a protector. Sometimes our kids don't realize they're doing or in an abusive situation. My granddaughter turned 1. Monet's baby daddy had a 6-month-old, and I was like, hold on. So I'm calling my kids, and I was like, who gonna give me a box? Because I'm about to go to jail. Mom, what's wrong with you? Why are you going off? I said, because he's disrespectful. And why would you even bring that other child to my granddaughter's birthday? Now, if Monet can't handle telling you that you ain't right, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to beat your ass. I don't want to kill you because I don't want my daughter to lose her mind, but I'm going to beat your ass. And then I'm going to go to jail because I know I'm going to have to. And I was okay doing that. I think sometimes we'll give up our freedom for our kids, and I have done that. And I even at this point, I'm still willing. Nah, I don't think so. At 56, I don't think so. But it's emotional, and it's hard because you like, I would lay down my life for them. And if a kid is bullying them, Monet was bullied because she was a big girl too as a kid, and these little boys were fucking with her. She wrote a suicide letter at school, and the counselor had to call me. I had to go up to the school, and the teacher started crying, and I was like, "Fuck you crying for?" But I didn't say fuck. But I was like, "Okay, why are you crying?" She said, "Well, your daughter said you was gonna beat my fat ass." Oh, yeah, so my daughter knew that I was gonna protect her.
My daughter knows. She's correct. Accurate.
Right. And I was like, damn, I felt kind of bad because I'm like, man, I'm not gonna beat your ass, but I want you to protect my daughter while she's at school.
My God, today. My God, Ronnie, what you got?
Y'all know I don't play about them hams. I don't play about my babies. And I guess I'm looking at it like kind of like what Kim said when he first came on. He said that he went through all the channels. He even said we even had a meeting with you and your parents, and you didn't listen in there. So even with that, that brings on to me like, so your parents was there for him to say you didn't listen and you didn't care. So you was in there running amok, and your parents was there, and your parents didn't tell you to stop that. So if you're not trying to stop it as a parent, where we have to do what we have to do now. Again, the jumping, I would not have done that. However, I think it was about a week ago here, because they've been talking about it all week. Baby was 10 years old. He was from Greenfield. Killed himself from being bullied. Back in the day, you could bully him. Everybody talked about each other. Right. But when he tried to stand up for himself, y'all took his glasses off his face and stepped on his glasses. Y'all jumped him on the bus. And even with that, I have a whole bunch of problems with that, because the bus driver, why didn't you pull this? See, I want to fight everybody. I need everybody involved has to pay for it. Because if that happened on the bus and they jumped him and he gets off the bus beat up and stuff crying, that big mirror, you can see nothing in the back and we're not paying attention to what's going on. So and I feel like a lot of these parents have to be held accountable. So I'm 100% with that. Now, again, I would have went over by myself, but this day and age, kids have always been cruel. Now, that's one thing I teach, but my kids know you don't go around just talking about anybody. You don't know what's going on with somebody's life. You don't know any of that. Now, that's right. If they come,
and this one right here, she'll get you together with the mouth, so she don't gotta talk, because she gotta. No, you should share. This recently happened with you. So not recently, but this recently has happened with her, and she had to get everybody together.
Everybody. Together.
So do they mess with the girls? Do they mess with? See what I'm saying? So
now she's little girl all in Kennedy face. I hope we can go back to being best friends. Now the mom and daddy, girl, this past week, spring fling, he coming, and every time he see me, he kind of stare me down, baby, and I'm looking back at you. We both looking at each other because what we doing? So okay, so the story is this. So Kennedy, let me say it, because Kennedy wasn't technically, I can't say being bullied, but out of my 3, y'all see how I am. My boys, they mama's kids. Mm-hmm. Kennedy is the sweetest thing. And I be looking at her sometimes, where the fuck did this? I love it, but I hate it too, because you can just see people, just fucking with her. However, when I say she doesn't get bullied, Kennedy, she just lets stuff roll off her back, because she's one, she wants everybody to get along. She wants shit rainbow and unicorns. Why we got to do this? I don't want to argue. Arguing and being at discord, she doesn't like the way that makes her feel inside. Mm-hmm. So it's like, by the time she finally comes back at somebody, and no, true story, 6th grade, and this is somebody she had went to dance with and shit when they was in 1st grade, kindergarten, 1st grade. This girl finally came. It's even a whole story with that. When I took them from that school and put them in private school, the mother was married. I was divorced at that time, so it was one of those. If your daughter's in private school, ours got to be in private school. How you paying for it and we ain't? So it was one of those. So when they finally met back up in middle school, Kennedy was so excited to see this girl. Kennedy had already, established her little friend group and everything. Everybody cool, Kennedy's bringing her in. I want you to meet my friends. And it just instantly there. They all like you. Well, they're going to be my friends. They're not going to be your friends and stuff like now. And her friend group is like, where does little helper come from? This Kennedy introduced you to us. We're not playing that game. Anyway, so I'm talking from August, y'all, until Kennedy finally lost her shit in May. That's what, because I'm one, you got to let these little whores know up front. She keeps fucking with you because you're not saying something. Tell this little bitch. Because that's how, that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
I don't care, whatever. I'm not great. It's cool. Kennedy, she keep fucking with you because I mean to the point like I'm shaking on the inside because I'm like, this shit would have never flew with me. It would have flew. So anyway, long story short, I end up reaching out to the girl's mom.
Y'all should see this text message. This bitch is wicked with them words. She felt. I'm sure they felt.
And I reached out on some nice stuff because I called her and she didn't answer. Now keep in mind, you and your husband, they ones that's oh Lord, I almost hope they see this. I almost hope they see this. I hope it circles so much. Anyway, they ones that really ain't even about her. We got to be out in all the little social stuff in Indy where people can say goals and this with that. We're going to dress up and dress alike and we're going to be on the rooftop and it's one of them. While she at home by herself in her bra on TikTok and shit like that, sending messages, so you got one of them. Okay. Or why everybody always over Kennedy's house and her little condo? Our house is big, but it's mine. Baby, I got a mortgage over there and quit motherfucking playing with me because I make more than your mom and daddy by myself with them together. So I'm just, it's a bunch of shit I don't want to do, Hayward,
Yeah.
But I'm trying to be nice, okay?
Yeah, no, I would do that. That's something that I would do as well. So
yeah, when I say just nasty shit, so I called her. I'm good. What's up? Oh, nothing. So what's going on with Kennedy and?
Yeah.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on. Nothing's going on with them. I ain't heard nothing. So I said, okay. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, maybe she. Which I kind of knew she was lying because my daughter already told me. I spoke to her after school and she didn't speak to me. She said everybody else by name, but not me. Okay.
That's what the mother did to Kennedy? Oh.
Okay.
That's so weird.
Okay. So we on the phone or whatever. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Then I go, it's okay, well, let me tell you a little bit of what's going on. So I get to telling her. Instantly. When I say instantly stop, that's because she feel ostracized. You said you didn't know what was going on. Well, everybody's over your house and she's not invited. Have you asked her why? Well, if she's not going, now I kid y'all not, if she's not going to be invited, then the least you can do is tell them not to post it on they. Why? Because she don't like the way that makes her feel in it. But I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that. We're not doing that. Anyway, because that conversation went, and when I say if y'all think my mouth is reckless, baby, I could write a per my last email message and make you want to kill yourself. You hear me?
Especially about your child. I mean, your love. That's just what, yeah.
Baby,
I just wanted you to share that. Yeah, you don't have to whoop on them, but you gonna get a thrashing somehow, and it's gonna impact.
Let me get to the part to explain to the three of them where it really got me upset. I reached out and did my part, right? Now, if any of you, because and when I say that she knew me because they went to dance and stuff together. Now, when you and your husband are planning trips and stuff away, and y'all know she got volleyball or whatever else, and she ain't got no way there. Who y'all call to come and pick her up to take her? So you got my number is where I'm at. So a whole bunch went on. So when I call her for this, knowing that we have that relationship, I'm not gonna say we was friends, acquaintances, but we have that relationship. So if I call you or say she called me about saying that Kennedy was doing that to her daughter, I'm gonna listen to me and Kennedy gonna have a talk. When I say that don't sound like her. That's not who she is. We are God-fearing and we this and that don't sound like her. And I hear what you're saying, but I'm gonna talk to my daughter because that's not her. So you saying I'm lying on her? I'm not saying you lying, but I'm saying that's not her.
So what are you actually gonna talk to her about then?
I say, you know what? Okay. And little mamas, when I say she's a master manipulator. Because if you tell me my kids do anything, especially if I found out one of mine, Kennedy taking pictures in her brow and stuff and sending it to somebody, what the fuck phone you got? Because that's mine. You ain't got, baby, you cut off forever fooling with me. You got her phone and everything, so you're not even disciplined over there. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, she ends up messaging me back that I talked to her and she just busted out in tears. And she can't believe that she was lied on like that because that is not her and blah, 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 blah. And what you need to do is stop lying on little children. So at this point, I did everything I was supposed to do. So I said, okay. And I did ask her in that text, Kim could tell you, are you sure?
It be them subtle words that you got to watch out. Not the harsh ones, but the subtle ones that people need to look for. People don't know the game. People don't know the game.
Before I turn that switch, are you positive that this is what you want to do? Oh, and then she said too, well, yeah, I didn't see her. I didn't see her to speak to her. I was like, you didn't see her, but you went around her with names. Then she goes, well, my daughter told me that you came in and spoke to everybody, but you gave people hugs and didn't give her hugs. I spoke to her. I wasn't going to give her a hug because she fucks with my daughter. I wasn't going to hug her, but I spoke to her. Wasn't going to hug. What am I hugging her for? What the fuck we hugging for? No, you fucked with my daughter. I'm not hugging you. So I'm just throwing that in there for whatever. So we did ask her, now before we go here, before I turn this switch, because when I turn it, what Cardi B say? Forever. That's who I am. I'm forever. We done when it comes to my kids. So long story short, baby, 7th grade in this 8th grade year, I don't think she's had a great time. I don't know. It's not my problem. It's not my problem at all. Then the daddy tries to come at me and another mom at a basketball game. They're walking by, staring, looking and stuff like that. Yeah, staring. Then at the end of the game, we're up on the bleachers. He stood at the bottom and tried to throw us a Bible verse. So the other mom, she's looking. I'm ignoring him because I know me. This is a Christian private school. I know me, so I'm ignoring. So she looks up the verse. The verse has something to do with jealousy, and I can't stand that. Stop saying people are jealous if they don't like you. Maybe you just genuinely a dirty person and that's why somebody doesn't like you. It has nothing to do with jealousy. I don't care nothing about none of that. None of it. So she reads the scripture. The other mom gets upset. I walk and start talking to other parents because I know me. Keep in mind, the other parent, her husband was there because he was one of the assistant coaches. By this time, they went to the locker room. So you waited till they went to the locker room and then came to approach females. Okay, whatever. So I walk away. I'm talking to other parents, other moms. And when I say she's sweet as pie, y'all, Kennedy's almost like her. Kennedy's basically her. When I say I love this woman, like I love this woman. And she's like just the older version of Kennedy, 100%. So she goes and she's talking to him because she's like, no, you're not just going to do that. So because she's really soft-spoken. When I say he's standing over her and he's doing this and he's yelling, so I told the parent, hold on. So I go over here, lower your voice when you're talking to her. So he looks at me and gets loud. Now my voice is going to match yours. So are we doing this in this gym? I'm not her. And I also had to bring up, why you bringing up Bible scriptures and stuff? It says in there, when a man has a wife, you don't get to address his wife. You address him. So I didn't even see him. You sure enough did, but he's back there. But don't worry, I got this under. And I told her, you back out because your son played basketball. I'm just here as a spectator, baby. I got this under control. He left out that gym with his tail tucked, and the daughter was crying, walking out behind him. Don't play with me. Don't. And then my daughter never did nothing to your daughter, and we've been trying to sit down and talk to you at the school, but y'all don't want to come there. I'm not great sitting in front of these white people and talk to you because you great try to make it seem like y'all united front because you married and I'm divorced. You great play that card. You got my number when y'all need y'all daughter picked up when y'all playing trips and don't care how she gonna get to where she going. You know how to contact me. We literally live 2 minutes away from each other. I'm not great sitting there and play that game with you. You know how to get in contact with me. So yeah, about kids. My kids. I don't play it. Like I don't play it. And my kids don't mess with people. I don't, because if somebody came to me like that, I'm gonna get in their ass. We don't bully. We don't talk about people because you don't know what people are doing.
What are they going through?
I call myself trying to call a kid dirty and stinky when I was in 2nd grade. My mama made me didn't comb my hair for a week and made me wear the same clothes to school for a week and said, we don't play that game because you don't know what. Yes, you hear me? Now I showered Mario, but she washed my clothes and stuff, but I still had to wear the same outfit all week. I wasn't stinky, but her thing was, I don't know what they're going through over there.
Mario, what face did you make for her to call you?
No. Now I still bathed and stuff, but she was like, okay, you trying to be.
Sheila was nice because I wouldn't have got bathed or my clothes washed. That was the lesson, Mario. That was the lesson.
You're right. I'm not a parent.
So what happened was what? Me having that same outfit on. Who was they talking about that week? Me. And I knew what that shit felt like. So that was quick. And I make my kids. Now you don't start it. But if they come for you, baby, you don't stop until you feel like it.
I got today.
You don't stop.
I see now. You know,
just these babies killing themselves. Like, and he went through the proper channel. So if you sat down with the child and the parent still couldn't get that child together, that's a whole nother problem in itself. But if you didn't try, you just like, well, that's kid stuff. That's what it is. It ain't kid stuff no more. These babies are killing themselves, and it's not okay. It's not okay. Like what you said, Mario, earlier, we all trying to make it. So don't be out here, talking about people. Tell your child that's not okay. And you didn't. So now your child saw you get jumped, which I think that's kind of weak. But still,
you got me interested. This is a story I want to hear more about.
Kim probably got the
text messages.
Go ahead, fire them to the group, Kim, if you got them, please.
Baby. I said she done got everybody together.
Kim had to call me because when I tried to call her, she didn't answer. My cousin said, "Cousin, I'm at work. I can't talk right now. I'll call you later." I said, "Okay." I fired them text messages out. My phone got the ring, and she said, "Now, cousin." What is going on?
Just because you got to understand, this is a predominantly white Christian school in the northern region. I said, please, Lord, don't listen. We want my cousins to get the best education they can get and have fair opportunities.
This is their last week of school, and they graduate next week. But also, then they're having a little pool party for the 8th grade.
Y'all gonna be invited?
Oh no, she's not there. And I made a point too. Another parent walked up to me. She was standing there, but then when the parent saw me Friday, was like, "Hey, Sharon," I said, "Hey," and while she was standing right there, "You got the invite for the pool party, right?" "Yes, I need to go ahead." And I said, "Okay."
Daddy.
And then I know the daddy hired me too when they were taking pictures and stuff because, like I said, Kennedy, she's forgiving. Now, like she said, I told her, "Mom, I'm setting boundaries. We're not friends. We're cool." Because Kennedy's not one where I can just be, bitch, don't talk to me. Kennedy's like, she speak, I'm speaking back. I don't want, and that's okay because that's her and I love it. So
I'm the same way too, Kennedy. Cause I'm the same way.
What?
Kim,
I was like, right.
You tried it. That was cute.
I'm the same way at work.
Oh, okay. I'm like, huh?
Move on. We're done.
They took a picture together. She got in the picture, and I was like, I was gonna put my phone down. And I said, "I'm the crop queen, baby. She's on the end."
Cause you got that new little iPhone pencil, and you highlighted her.
Listen, they had their little ball last month, and on purpose, because their whole friend group was there, and the mama told her, the daddy, go on back and get in there, go around the back so I can take a picture of all y'all. So I couldn't get her out there, but it's a star, and I posted it because somebody, we got mutual friends showing them that it's a star over their daughter's face. I don't play.
Look at Mario's face. Nah, them Cubs. Nah, for real. When it come to them Cubs.
Yeah, you gotta stand. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I do. Now that I hear you your side of the story, I do see that maybe he shouldn't have went and jumped the young man.
Yeah, not jumped. Yeah,
he jumped him, but he definitely should have put hands on him. I'm not gonna deter from that.
Yeah, I went with the jumping. Jumping is just weak for me anyway. Yeah. So.
We know. I mean, because we know you always been, not
me. I like to love on people.
Where I was right behind. I'm coming up the street. I'm coming around the corner, cousin. Don't worry about it.
Layla Ali. I don't know the other female boxer. Who was the other female boxer? I just know Layla. I'll just call you Layla Ali.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one time me and Mario was in a strip club and I seen somebody that it was one of them. I had already gave them the on site.
We were where?
We was
at the strip club.
We were at the ice cream parlor.
Strip club.
We was at the Vacation Bible School.
Strip club.
Jesus.
We was at the registration for the VBS. And I already had gave this girl an on-site, and she was with two dudes. I said, oh my God. Now I'm one of them people. Now Hayward and Kim, I'm not going to put nobody else in a compromising position. Like, because I wouldn't want nobody to do me like that. So I'm like, Mario, I got something to handle. Like, be cool. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm about to take out all three of them. I'm going to struggle doing it, but they got to go. My best friend didn't move because he's a G.
Lord.
I can imagine him spectating.
I can't.
That was my my pre-fighting era.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. No, this he wasn't, Mario wasn't gonna come out of pocket or he wasn't doing none of that. He was talking to me. Like now Stovall. I said, Mario, I had already put on site. He was like, but Stovall. I said, I know. I said, best friend, I'm not trying to run you up. And he was like, but Stovall, as he just did make sure the cat fitted snug. We should have known then he was a G. They ain't want none though. That Chelsea guy is intimidating, so I use it every time that I can. It's a money maker and an intimidator.
Oh my God, today. What you say?
Huh?
What you say?
I was just gonna say, Mr. Producer, if you listening, when I said that girl's daddy's name, bleep that part out because
yes, we don't want no problem.
I really don't care. But they some play victim, call the cops.
Yeah, we get it. We understand.
But the rest of the story, don't bleep nothing else out because I want people to know.
Lord. Matter of fact, that might need to be on the TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
You hear me?
That's why we go viral.
It's a story that needs to be heard.
My Lord.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna shift since Stovall, you had the final story. We're gonna shift into our hot seat.
Okay.
Everybody got their question ready for Stovall here. She put her in the hot seat. Dun dun dun.
Oh, hot seat. Okay.
Yes. All right. Who wants to go first?
Can I pick the pickers? Can I pick them?
Yeah, go ahead. It's your world.
Come on, Mama Kim.
Okay, now so I have two questions because I wanted to know if I can have a nasty question. Is that okay, or can it be? It has to be PG.
Just the question. That
my daughter is a very active subscriber.
All right, then I got to change it. All right, okay. My question for you then, since I gotta make it PG.
That's okay. You can put your nasty question in our group chat, and I will answer it.
Okay.
No NDA.
Okay. Because you are a person, not of the night, but a person that
of the night. She's okay with that. We've all had a past.
Yeah. The person that you are, the person that you always have been for my family. How do you continue being that light for everybody?
You know what? Sometimes I think it's just in me. It's just sometimes I think it's just in me just to be that person, because if you know my family structure, I'm not the middle child technically, but it's 7 of us. I'm actually second from the bottom, but I play that middle child part. I have a sister that's 67 and I have a sister that's 41. So it's just like, but I'm always the go-to. So sometimes when I think about it, when things are hard or rough, I think about it like, why am I in this spot? Sometimes I think, is it just my personality? Is it just me being a Leo? Or is it my mindset that I've been not brainwashed, but gone through different situations where I just want better understanding and better quality. And I want bridge people to resources. I don't know why. I don't know why I give off what I give off. But it does seem to be my why. I feel better when I do it. You know, now if that person takes it or not, it might takes the advice or not, it might frustrate me. But at the end of the day, I know, and I'm a realistic person, that I know that I lay in my bed with thoughts. I sit on the toilet with thoughts. I sit on the couch with thoughts. And I know if I say something to another person, just a human being, I feel that they think the same way as me. You know what I mean? So regardless if you take my advice about something, or regardless if you think about something I said, I know you sit with the thoughts. So I feel like just bringing the Bible in it, like raise up a child in the way that they should go. They might stare away from it, but at the end of the time, it's in the back of their mind, and I feel that that's protection. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's with my friends, whether it's with a stranger, whether it's with my cubs, my grandson, like I don't know why I play that part. I don't know why it kicks in. Sometimes I lay back and think about the conversations that my dad had with me, and I'm thinking, Daddy, like I already think I was my daddy's boy, because like, why do I know how to change a tire? Why do I cut the grass and my brothers and them never did? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did he groom me the way that he groomed me when I'm second from the bottom? Like, why you didn't pick the middle person, Devin? You know what I'm saying? Or stuff like that. So I don't know why, Kim. I can't answer it for you. So, like, depending on somebody who I talk to, you might blame it on just me being a Leo, Leo. You know what I mean? Or you might blame it on me just being my personality. I can't give you the answer. I don't know why, but I do feel like it's my why.
Okay. Because I always think about that all the times that we've been around each other and we've had therapy talks, even like in the same room on the phone. And how everybody just sit and listen to you, and then we act, or I might say something petty, and you be like, Kim, that wasn't right. Like when you checked me when I gave Pierre and Monet more money than I gave Dominique, and you was like, that's not right, Kim. I was like, fuck her. And you were like, you can't tell your truth like that. It's too late.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. And my last answer, which is probably the bigger answer, Kim, I've made a lot of mistakes because I got started really, really early. So I'm not trying to tell you something that I'm just telling you by common sense. I'm telling you something by what I didn't busted my head on already, because I've done a lot of things and I started really, really early. So I'm really telling you, like, I didn't see that play out. It ain't gonna be, so I'm not for sure, but well.
I'll take it. Okay, thank you.
Love you.
Love you too.
Come on, Hayward. Hot seat.
What is one thing that people would be surprised to know about you?
Keep in mind, Aubrion watches this.
I cry a lot.
Not you got to remind her.
Okay. I cry a lot. I actually blame Mario, Jinx Mario. I think it was Mario and my cousin Keisha. Both of them told me. I can't remember if it was at 30 or 35, but both of them told me it was like, you're going to be real emotional. And I was like, no, I'm not. Mario, do you remember what age it was? Was it 30 or 35?
When you hit 30, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm not emotional. Absolutely not. I think I've been crying every single day since 30, all day long in my car. A lyric to a song, something similar that reminds me of something else. And if I ain't crying physically where you can see it, my mind is crying, my heart is crying. So I cry a lot. People will really be surprised at how often I cry. So
okay,
I would say that. And it's just because sometimes it's crying because I'm frustrated and I don't know how to articulate what I want to say. Sometimes I'm crying because I'm disappointed in myself. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm just crying because I'm like, Lord, I don't have the words, but I know that you can hear these tears. So yeah, I cry a lot. And Mario and my cousin Keisha told me, and I was like, absolutely. And I never doubled back to tell them that was right. I cry all the damn time. Cuzzo.
I got two.
Okay.
Right. And just when you said you don't know why, you know how to do stuff and your brothers don't, just real quick, I think all parents, they know who the strong one is. Like my mom is. They know, parents know who can handle stuff and who can't. So yeah, I think that's what it is. So my first one is, hold on, y'all, because I had to type it up because there was too many I wanted to add. So my first one is this. Because people get to see a certain side of us on here. I mean, I think we're very genuine, authentic, but there's still some things. So what is a topic or an issue that you're deeply passionate about that you wish more people knew about?
Say it one more time.
What is a topic or an issue that you're deeply passionate about that you wish more people knew about? Or that you wish more people knew that you cared about? Something that's, dear to your heart.
Business. So I know I come off loud, could come off a little street, little ghetto-ish. And people only see that and then they equate, which is fine because I like when they do that because then it works in my favor. But I know a lot about business stuff, business processes. I'm really good with resources. That's a strength of mine. And in that, I just started to learn about business. So, yeah, it would be business, all aspects of business. Like it's interesting to me. It makes me feel competitive because I want to like do it and I want to do it in a shorter time frame. You know what I mean? Like I want to like what's the youngest person that bought a house by themselves, single? You know what I mean? Or how much money have you saved? Or playing with the credit score or stuff back in the day, like how to get around not buying a car. This is simple stuff, but this is the things that I think about because of the era. Not buying a car from Oak Motor or what's the other JP Morgan?
JD
Byrider, stuff like that. It's just like in my mind, I've always had this, the world pushes us down Avenue A, and I'm thinking, it's something down Avenue A that they want to force feed us. I ain't going down that avenue, and I'm gonna go down Avenue B. And I always seem to come off crazy for people because it's like, why are you doing that? But at the end, when I get to the end, it's just like, that's why. You know what I mean? Because like, y'all don't see that they forcing everybody to go down Avenue A. Like if A and B go the same directions, why can't we use B? Something in my mind clicks like that. But then I'm called, the black sheep or envelope pusher, but I don't never come off on the negative end, not to toot my own horn, but having a kid at 15 or 16, you know what I mean? It's just like, I had a lot of naysayers. So I'm okay with turning that around because I want to do it for other people. So going back to Kim, I want to show other people that it can be done. You know what I mean? But like watch context clues. Like I'm just not a person to follow the masses. So business would be my answer for you, cuz.
And I got one more. This is we turn it on to a little bit of fun because our viewers know that you and Mario have been friends for a long time. And y'all's relationship, I just love it. I have a friend like that too. So I love it. So why is your best friend your best friend?
Why is he my best friend?
Because he's interested. You see he perked up. He needs
keep in mind I watched the show.
I would have to say, so I wasn't looking for Mario. It's like those, those stories about husbands that they talk about. Like I wasn't looking for my husband, I just found him. I wasn't looking for Mario. I wasn't looking for no best friend, no friends or anything. I'm like, I'm set. I don't need any best friend. And Mario wouldn't stop. And again, going back to protection, it's not a lot of times in life that I have somebody to fight for me, like fight the way that it makes me okay. You know what I mean? Like Sharon, you can fight for me. Hayward, you can fight for me. But like, if it's not the depth of how I want somebody to fight for me, and the sad part is about, I don't want to tell you how to fight for me. Like, I just want you to get it. Mario gets it. You know what I mean? Like, he just gets it. I mess up on words. My thoughts are all over the place. But this motherfucker's like Grammarly. When I get done with all my thoughts and saying shit, then he'll repeat it to me. I be like, damn, that was a perfect ass paragraph I just put together. So he's like Grammarly. He just gets it. Like, I didn't have to tell him how to fight for me. Like my daddy. I didn't have to tell my daddy how to fight for me. My daddy just knew how to fight for me. So when those people come in my life, you got to keep them. Not only do you got to keep them, you got to lock them down. But yeah, Mario is like, he knows how to, I don't want to just say he gets me because that's like too broad for the depth of our relationship, but he fights for me and I didn't have to tell him, and he could just transcribe for me, and I appreciate those. Love you, best friend.
Love you too. Love you too.
That was it for me.
All right.
All right. So I got two questions as well. One a little more serious, one another a little lighthearted. So my first question is, what would you call this season of your life?
Learning, Kim.
Learning Kim. What is that?
I'm learning about a lot of shit that I never thought I already knew. And I don't know if it's a relearn, because I guess in stages in your life you're different, right? And in my mind, I had set up a life in my mind that it was already like at the end, right? I'm just going through the motions to get to the end. And everybody knows I just got out of a real bad relationship or whatever. And so that end is gone. So the end has to be different. So now I gotta go through life and redo some shit. And I'm like, I shouldn't even have to deal with this because this was I already had this planned out. So I'm relearning Kim. Like, yeah, I'm relearning, like, I'm just relearning Kim, like stuff that I thought I knew, stuff that I thought I was confident in. Yeah, I'm just going back through, I don't want to say the motions, but I'm going back through to actually learn it, because I just skipped over it because I'm like, I don't need this because I already know how the end is going to play out.
Gotcha. Goes back to my original comment, or I think I said at the earlier part of the show, is that we're all going through life trying to figure it out. Even though we think we have it together, we think we got it all figured out, we all are going through life trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Different stages of our life.
And it's funny because I don't want to say I talked about women like this, but I never could understand women that had to be on that biological clock. I got to get married by this time. I got to have a baby by this time. I got to do this by this time. I never understood those women. I'm like, why would you do that? But I'm learning in this season, I was one of them women. It just was a different type of show. Because in my mind, I had the end result, but I didn't put it on no time frame. You know what I mean? But at the end, to me, it's the same thing. So I'm like, bitch, you was one of them women the whole damn time. You know what I mean? So it's just like relearning all of that. So.
And my second question would be, what would you title your New York best-selling book of your memoirs? What would the title of that be?
Shoot.
Well, I like that question. I like that question.
Oh, that is a great question. A bestseller. Hold on and let's ride with Kim.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Hold on and let's ride with Kim.
All right. That sounds like that could be a book, a movie, everything.
A limited series.
My God, today. All right. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, best friend. Hold on to that one because I want to ask y'all that one. That is a really, really good one.
Yeah. Good. Well, I appreciate you answering the questions and being vulnerable. So we're gonna kick it off to Ronnie. You gonna give us our uplift this week?
I am. So I have two. Two quotes I want to say. With it being Mental Health Awareness Month, that's important. And as you stated earlier in the beginning of the segment, basically that it's okay not to be okay. And that, when you're going through something, it sucks while you're in it, but once you come out on the other side of it, it may not seem like it's worth it, but once you come out on the other side of it, it is. And if you need the help, sometimes you can't do it by yourself. So there are different places that you can reach out to and call. You don't have to do stuff alone. So my first quote I'm going to say is, it's by Leonard Cohen. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. So, I like that one. I thought that one was pretty deep. And then the second one is by Dolly Parton. If you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's good.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah. I like the first one because, boy, them days be dark and just a little glimmer.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just a little bit of glimmer is like a reset or a refresh or just hope. So those are deep.
Ooh, yeah, like those. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
I love it.
And
All right.
Go ahead.
We
have a number if we have our producer put it up, just like I added the number for the mental health hotline and the suicide crisis hotline. Just Oh, this so we fancy, huh?
hair done, nails done, everything did.
Hey, everything did.
Hey.
Lord. Well, thank you guys for another great show. Appreciate you taking your time out and everything. Everybody watching, please make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe.
Never forget, if we beefing, we beefing.
We know that. Yeah, definitely. But no, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And also make sure that you follow our our Instagram page at Off Topic, both of them, YouTube and Instagram, same name, Off Topic Podcast. So please like, subscribe, and share, and let's please follow our Instagram page. Damn, that's a lot to say. All right, all right, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, have a good day. Have a good night and go eat.